Hello, welcome to Silent Partner. I am Teach, and you are here with me. This is the Bible, a synopsis. So today we're going to be looking at the book of Haggai. Or I should say this week we're going to be looking at the book of Haggai. I would advise you to get a pen, a pad, and some type of writing implement. And I'm going to read through my notes now. And while I'm reading through my notes, you should be taking your own notes. And we should all be learning together. So let's look at the book of Haggai. So the book of Haggai is a very brief book, but it's a very powerful prophetic book, and it's found in the Old Testament. It takes place after the Babylonian exile, and it was written around 520 BC, and it consists of just 2 chapters. Haggai addresses the people of Judah who had returned from exile in Babylon to Jerusalem, and it focuses on their spiritual and their physical rebuilding efforts. The primary focus of Haggai's message is the reconstruction of the temple, which had been destroyed during the Babylonian conquest. So we've got Israel who have been taken into Babylon, and they had been there for 70 years. And the reason why they was taken in is because they continuously sinned against God, and God said he will punish them. And he allowed the Babylonians to come in and take them captive to Babylon. Now, when they had come in and taken the captives, they destroyed the temple in Jerusalem. So now this is some 70 odd years later. They are now back in Israel, and they now had a chance to rebuild the temple. But what's happened since they've come back from captivity in Babylon is they haven't actually taken care of the temple at all, and they've completely neglected the rebuilding of the temple and neglected the worship of God. So Haggai urges the people to prioritize the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem, which had been neglected since they had come back from Babylon, and it had been neglected while they had been fixing their own houses and concentrating on their own livelihoods. So the book begins with a call for the people to really think about and prioritize the temple. So Haggai starts by rebuking the people for neglecting the temple while focusing on their own home and comforts. And then Haggai confronts the people's apathy and challenges them to consider their ways, as they had become preoccupied with their own homes while neglecting the rebuilding of the Lord's house, emphasizing that their lack of devotion to God had resulted in hardship and unfulfilled desires. He also highlights the consequences of their misplaced priorities, such as their economic struggles and unfulfilled efforts. Haggai delivers a series of prophecies urging the people to resume the work on the temple, emphasizing that their lack of prosperity and success is linked directly to their failure to honor God's house. Haggai then encourages the people to take action and promises divine support and blessings if they do. As the people begin to respond to Haggai's message, he encourages them, emphasizing that their obedience will bring God's blessing and presence. It will bring God's presence. So it's not might. Okay? Also, the book of Haggai also contains messages of encouragement, reminding the people of God's covenant with them and their covenant with him. Haggai reassures them, promising that the glory of the new temple will surpass the former one, assuring them that it will be filled with divine glory and splendor, instilling hope for a brighter future. Haggai also speaks with Joshua, the high priest, and Zerubbabel, the governor, reaffirming their roles in rebuilding and leading the people. Zerubbabel is encouraged to lead with courage and faith, as God promises his presence and blessings. Haggai emphasizes that Zerubbabel's leadership is divinely ordained, and he is likened to a signet ring, symbolizing God's authority and favor. So, the book of Haggai emphasizes the importance of faith and hope, urging us to trust in God's plans and in life always prioritize our spiritual responsibilities. So that's Haggai. I want to add that also, whilst considering our spiritual commitment, to perhaps ponder the necessity of community action in fulfilling our divine purpose, trusting solely in God's promises of God's future blessings. I added that on to say that we should be focused as well. So that's been Haggai. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you for the next one.